Hey, have you ever wondering you want to achieve amazing things, you have clear goals, you have amazing desires in you, you're ambitious, and you have even done manifesting, you have done all the things that people are saying these are the key to success. But the problem is you still haven't achieved your goals and you are frustrated and you don't know what happened here. You don't know what's missing. And the worst case is that because you do not achieve those things and you keep setting up those goals, your subconscious mind is telling you you're just lying to yourself. And that makes you feel even worse. You are not alone, my friend, because I have been there before. Sometimes these things still happen to me. But the good news is today I'm going to share with you the reason behind it and how I discovered once we get these steps right, we can then conquer those barriers and achieve most of our desires and amazing goals to reality. The number one fact is we have to understand that when you set up goals or desires, it's in your mind, you're excited, it doesn't mean those things will happen miraculously. Most of the time, when people believe that once you get your desire there, once you get your goals clearly, it will direct you to where you are. It is not always the case. And in fact, it doesn't happen when you have the goal in your mind and it just happens tomorrow miraculously. If that's the case, everybody should have done everything they are having in their mind and they already have achieved everything they wanted. And that's the first mistake that most of the time we just are thinking, all right, I'm excited, I got these goals, I'm gonna achieve it. When? I don't know. I'm just gonna do it. But then you got so many other desires coming your way, and then you only have that much time. That's where you get lost. And the second reason why it doesn't work is because when you set up goals and desires, it's just like a baby. The baby wants to touch something, the baby wants to eat some junk food. She doesn't even know why she wants it. Most of the time, we are like the babies because we have desires every single day. Sometimes when we see someone who has amazing, let's say, others' grass is always greener, right? When we see something amazing, we want to buy that thing because that's so cool. And that's also a desire from you. But does it really mean it is the main reason you need it? It is a needs that you need it, or you just want it? Because we only base on our wants to buy stuff. And it's the same thing. We only base on our wants to achieve, to fight for things that we want. But we also need to be more logical. And when we're too emotional, and then once the emotion passed away, passed away, the emotion passed away, yep. Once the emotion passed and gone by, then you will lose that excitement, motivation, and that's why you will never keep going. Which is why we also need to find out the why, logical why you want to achieve that. Do you really need that thing? And is that really meaning something amazing, important, significant to you? And once you have these answers, once you get the why attached to your desire and goals, that will make the magic as well. And then number three, the reason why you cannot achieve those goals is because your goals are too vogue, vogue or vogue. It's not specific enough. You can say, I want to earn $1 million every day. What an amazing goal. It's amazing. By the way, when you set up goals, remember, always set big goals because it will make you so excited. If you set small goals, that's the problem because you don't feel you have more power, passion to chase for that goal. Coming back to that, if you have a goal that is not specific enough, you will also get lost because your subconscious mind is telling you, don't lie to yourself, stop lying to yourself. But when you are more specific and knowing exactly what you want on the go, that will be way easier to achieve. For example, just an example, if you set up a goal and say, I want to achieve $1 million per day in 3 years. through whatever method, whatever things I need to put on this list, and then you will see that it is possible. You can say, because I have seen someone who have done it, and I'm gonna invest in the mentorship. That person gonna guide me and teach me, so I know I can do that. That can be a very specific goal. Once the goal is specific, it'll become way more easier and achievable. And in your subconscious mind, it's gonna believe that it's possible. When your subconscious mind believes in something, that's where the true power comes from. And the next reason why you cannot achieve those goals yet is because most of the time we set up a goal and say, yep, morning, vision board, awesome, the house, I want that, I want this. But what? You're not just gonna imagine and things just gonna appear. At the beginning, we shared about miraculously, it doesn't happen that way. But what happened is you have to break it down to small steps. Because it's the same thing if I say to you, hey, you, climb to the mountaintop for me right now. It's like, that's tall, that's very high. I don't know how long it takes me. I'm tired. You start making all the excuses because it's too hard. It's impossible. But if I say to you, hey, you, can you move one step for me, please? You climb one step, and then next time I say, hey, can you climb another step? You climb another step, and you keep doing this. And then after a while, you look back, wow, I'm halfway already. And then later, you're on the mountaintop. That's exactly why when you don't have the small steps breaking down, when you set up a goal, you can give up so easily because it's pretty much impossible most of the time. And most of the time, we don't believe we can achieve something unless we see things. And the best way is focus on the next step each time. When you break this down, you know exactly which step is more doable. Just like also you want to build your six packs. I remember when I was doing those push-ups, I can barely do even one. It's terrible, right? Because my arms are not very strong. Nowadays, I can do a lot. It's not because I'm amazing in exercise. It's just because I'm very consistent. I do this push-up a few times a day. I do the plank as well every single day. Some days missed very few days. But then when I start doing it now, it becomes way easier. It's mission impossible for me before, and I was so scared of it. But it's not about you want to do everything at the same time. It's about, even if I do two push-ups or one plank, like let's say one plank, like let's say 10 seconds each day, even 1 second. Tomorrow I add 1 sec, which will be 2 seconds. But that's the beauty when you want to achieve things. You break it down to small steps. You'll be so excited. And let me take another example when I'm coaching the global CEOs. That what they do is I show them, if you want to achieve $1 million a year, just a small target. 1 million is small, right? I'm not talking about 100 millions. 1 million, if you break it down to 12 months, it'll be small, much smaller already. And then if you break it down to now each week, it'll become so small. And you break it down to each day, it is so achievable. And if you want to break it down to each hour, it becomes nothing. That is why everything is achievable, but you need to break them down for the small steps so you don't get overwhelmed, and your subconscious mind will be more than ready to go. And the next amazing trick, when it's a trick, it is some facts that I've learned. I remember I heard that from Warren Buffett, that he was talking to those pilots and talking things. So what he was saying is, hey, if you want to achieve something, you put the ending there, reverse engineering, but you need to break it down to 20 possible ways to achieve that goal. When you do that, usually the first five, whatever in your mind, they are easier for you because you can already figure out how to do that. But it's very hard when it comes to the very last few. And let's say you come to the 20th ways to make the earning to that amount you want to achieve. And then usually the last one is the best one. It takes you a lot of energy, efforts, and to figure it out. But sometimes we forget that if we want to achieve something, we only focus on the easy ways that take us way longer time. But when we have to challenge ourselves and our brain, then our brain is magical, that it will show us, oh wow, that would be the best way. And when you do the reverse engineer this way, how you do that, when you do the reverse engineering method to achieve goals, that's exactly why many billionaires have found all these amazing ideas to achieve what they want to achieve, rather than things that people are already doing. It's not that people, what they're doing, got distracted, someone's walking by. It's not that what they're doing are not good, but it's just that when you are not focused on creating innovative and new ideas, you have to follow others' tails. And usually the best idea is the newest idea that no one's doing it. You will be leading the trend. And that's how you become way more wealthier and way more successful than many others. When you're doing reverse engineering method, except what you need to do, what should I do so that I can get to that? What should I do so that I can get the result? And there's also things that you shouldn't be doing. You shouldn't be doing, for example, what I shouldn't be doing if I want that result. For example, if I want to lose weight, I shouldn't be eating sugar. I shouldn't be eating things after 7 p.m., whatever that method and principle that apply for you. You understand, if you want to be a teacher, you need to also behave like a teacher. Or right now, let's say your dream is you want to become a billionaire, then you need to ask yourself, wait, if I'm already a billionaire, what are things I shouldn't be doing right now? And then you start to learn the mindset and the behavior, and your subconscious mind is already ready to be the version that you want to become. It is so amazing if you do that. If you haven't tried this, try, write down 20 things that you should be doing, reverse engineering. Right now, if you already achieved those things, what are 20 things you should be doing so that you can achieve where you are? And then the 20 things that you shouldn't be doing. If you're doing those things, it's obviously you won't get to where you want to be. And then when you see those lists, you will create your own principle book that can apply to your life and help you to elevate, help you to speed up how to achieve those goals. And the next mistake is people want everything, but they do not want to sacrifice anything. And that's literally impossible. And that's impossible most of the time. Because here's the truth, when you're doing something, you're losing something else. When you gain something, you're losing something. For example, if I gain the time I spend with my kids, I lose the time I can spend those time with my clients. And the same way, if I'm spending the time with the clients, for example, last night, some nights I had to do those meetings. I'm not doing it every night, but when I have to have these meetings, my younger daughter came to me and said, Mommy, oh, dropped my earring. Um, and they came to me and said, Mommy, please come with me, please play with me. And that was in the middle of something, and I almost have that thing done. I said, no, I can't. And yes, then she's angry, she ran away. I lost that connecting time with my daughter. But here's the truth, that if you wanted to achieve something on the goal, you have to think about, wait, that time can be the time I spend with my friends, or that time can be the time I should go out to have fun, relax. But now I choose to sit there and write a book. So I remember the books that I have published. It took me so much time that when everybody's having fun, have leisure, and I remember even my family, they went for golf and I played with them for a little bit golf time. But then later when they are in the swimming pool, I did not go. I just stayed in the room and started writing my books. So the thing is, you need to, when you set up the goals, you have to say, okay, in order to achieve this, what are the things I will sacrifice? Whether it's your energy, your time, or your money. Sometimes you want to speed up. That's why many people invest in mentorship, because mentorship is really saving their money, more is their time, because they can take another 3 to 5 or even 10 years to discover what are things they shouldn't be doing to get there. But now if they pay that amount, they can get to the things that that person has already achieved way earlier than they do. And my question for you is, are you ready to sacrifice for any of your energy, time, or money to achieve that bigger goals? Because there's a difference if you want to earn $100, $1,000, compare if you want to go $1 million. And then there's a difference between you want to be a millionaire to be a billionaire. The things that you have to invest so that you can jump to the game and then you can achieve what billionaires have achieved as well. And the last but not the least is something I'm still learning. I'm setting up things to make sure that I don't fail. As you know, we are habitual animals. Well, we're not animals, we're human beings. It's just a demonstration. We are habitual animals because most of the time when we're doing things, it's literally just automatic. It's from our subconscious mind. I will ask you that day, well, have you brushed your teeth yet? I'm pretty sure I did because I don't even need to think about it. And there's so many times my husband, Luke, he drove out and then he asked me, did I turn off the gate? Did I shut the gate? I said, yeah, I think you did. Because he just couldn't remember. When you are doing things automatically, you have no memories anymore. And that is the things we need when we want to achieve something. Because if we are not setting up great habits, if our system is broken, no matter how much we're trying, we never achieve freedom. That's why system means number one is your automatic setup for your habits, that the good habits that's going to help you achieve those goals. And the second, it means system can be a progress or process and KPI or the SOP that you set up for your company, your team, that's so that you don't have to always be there, but things are still moving without you. Even when you go for a holiday, you don't need to worry about it. And the system also means that you know exactly the steps, the game plan, the playbook that you know you want to achieve those goals, and these are the steps and the ways, and someone have already achieved it. You just need to be patient, you just need to invest and do the right thing, be consistent. You always get there because it's impossible you're not getting there if you have the system that is already working in someone else's world. Sometimes we'll always believe that we're not smart enough or we're not whatever enough, but the truth is, let me tell you, you are good enough, you are smart enough, you are beautiful enough, you are unique enough. But the thing that's not enough is we haven't set up the system good enough. And I'm also setting up those systems. But I'm thankful that in some of the areas that the system's working so well, that's why I have worked so far to where I am today. Now, my question for you is, check your system. When you set up the goals, knowing what are the systems that you need to set up so that you can achieve those goals. Well, it's still morning here. My voice is not quite open up. You might hear like not very nice, but I've done my daily video. Thank you so much for continuously supporting this channel, and I will keep going. I will provide as much golden nuggets, as much amazing insights that definitely can help you to grow your mindset and your business, while I'm also growing my journey, and I will share with you the mistakes I've made so that you don't have to make the same mistakes. And my dream and my goal, my vision is to see you come on there and say to me, Kristy, thanks, I love that, and I have implemented these things and I have done amazing job, and you have reached again your goals and your dreams, and that is my hope. Thank you so much for being here with me. And as I drop my 1 year in here, that shows the reality. Have a great one, and God bless you. Bye.